Well, is it a gale or not? It's bloody windy, and so far the poly cloches are standing up to it fairly reasonably. This one's pulled its cover a couple of times. I'm waiting for sandbags to arrive so that I can put a bit more dead weight on the edges. I've got 40 coming, which should do the job. They are flapping, and I could live without them doing that, but there's nothing much that I can do right now. I'm not happy about trying to lift them in this weather. We're coming down to the end. This is where I've got the compost hotbed. 2 days ago I put a couple of little courgettes in there. You can see one there. It's quite happy under there by the look of it. The other one's across the other side. I don't know if you can see it over there somewhere. Yeah, maybe. It seems to be quite happy. I also put brassica that were from the original sowing, which got frosted into this polycloche yesterday, and they're all doing remarkably well. There's nothing fallen over about them. In fact, they've perked right up, so I'm relatively happy about that. We're going to pop into the polytunnel now to have a look, and we might steam up actually. Here's our tarragon, which has been transplanted. It's doing quite nicely. We've also got in the corner there is a pitcher plant, which is coming back, I hope, and will help catch some of the insects that come in here. These are all peppermint for our peppermint tea. The strawberries, I just threw that one down there and it's just going nuts. Strawberry plants which were transplanted over here, the small runners and stuff, are coming on really well. There's a few onions and bits of garlic there which are well, basically they were just finds in the garden, and that's it, they've been put in here. This is a couple of cauliflowers that I've put in at the same time that I put those into the polycloches, and they're doing okay. And I'm testing with some dwarf French beans here, just to see if they'll stand it out here if the nights go cold. I also put in a few beetroot seedlings to see how they do, because I'm just so worried about the year. I'm so worried about the late start that, well, I've got to put something in. I've got to get something started. That's a courgette, and that one over there is a butternut squash, believe it or not. I've put them in to see how they'll go. This is my tomato stations ready for the start of the year when I can get tomato plants in, and they're sitting on beds of gravel. So yeah, things are coming on, things are working. I'm not entirely sure if we have a really cold snap how bad this will be. Whilst I'm here, I may as well show you the setup. The polytunnel has already got its shade netting down because the temperature in here goes up to well, so far it's gone up to 102 on the hottest day, and I had to put the shade netting down, and I'm just going to leave it down now. That's it, it'll stay down. I've put in a water pipe. That's an irrigation system running along there, but I've put in a water pipe which runs up. It's one of those horrendous curly hoses which gets into such a tangle. I hate the thing. It's been lying about for so long, and finally I found a use for it. It's in here, it's staying in here, I'll never have to untangle it again. I do have some electricity out here, so I can actually heat the place. That is an infrared lamp which will be switched on if it needs to be. I don't know if you can see. I'll step across the bed so you can see. What I've done is, with the tomato station, is I've angled the retaining stakes for the height of the plant outwards. Hopefully that will make the fruit hang out instead of both sides, and thus it will make it easier for us to pick. There's a small row of lettuce coming up here, and a few more are poking their heads out here. They're pretty small, but they are coming out, and here again. All in all, I'm fairly pleased with what's going on, but what a year, what a horrible year. Right at the moment, and it's very windy and cold, right at the moment, let's zoom in on this, we've got 82 degrees, slightly above, of heat in here, and I really didn't open it up to let any out because I'm afraid this thing will blow away and I can't afford another one. Well, that's the state of play. There's not much I can do under the beds today because I didn't lift these covers. They're going to just tear away from me. These are rescued strawberries, and they're coming along very well with a little bit of protection. My next job is to clear up the weeds and gubbins which I pulled out of a new fruit bed which is just behind that fence. Now I'm going to be doing that now. Okay. Thanks very much.